I believe in all of you guys. Hi guys, this is Jimmy. We have here Mr. Richfield. We're gonna spoil you today with two things today. I would like to talk about the trade setup I took yesterday, and then Mr. Richfield is going to talk about his outlook on Bitcoin. So let me quickly share my chart with you guys. Um, this is Polkadot, and to explain you why I took this trade yesterday, it was actually pretty simple. A few things occurred. One, Polkadot was actually traveling towards support. There was a bullish divergence on different indicators, and a hammer has formed here on the 4 hourly. The market was giving me oversold readings. So I have like different layers of confluence for me to feel confident enough to take this trade. So when I see a hammer in this condition tapping into support, I don't wait for the next candle. So I wait for the candle close, but I don't wait for the candle close after the hammer. So that was for me the main trigger. So I gave this call. However, things kind of changed with the Silvergate bad news. It was circulating on internet. The second candle after the hammer was actually suggesting, well, it's a pause of the trend. It's neutral, so you don't give that a lot of weight. But the second candle after the hammer, this is when the Silvergate bad news happened or was circulating on internet. This motivated me to close the trade, although it was not technically stopped out. So I stopped myself out manually because I was not aware, and I just did not know what a Silvergate bad news could induce in terms of price action. So my reasoning was better safe than sorry, and let's revisit the charts tomorrow. I still think that Polkadot looks pretty okay. Also, many other altcoins as a reversal trader, I think they look pretty cool, pretty good. But that all depends on Bitcoin. So Richfield will now share some of his outlook on Bitcoin.
Awesome, guys. So, what a brilliant little review there from Jimmy. Yeah, I agree. It's why we have to have our risk in place as traders, right? Because you can get these news events come out. I agree with Jimmy. If I'm looking to swing trade anything, I look at a very similar setup. And I think for me, that was just really, really ripe for a long setup. But, better safe than sorry in trading, guys. Keep your powder dry. So, I'm just going to run you through a little Bitcoin review, more of an outlook, just to see where we are. And I'm going to try and do this against my natural style, as you can imagine. I'm going to try and bang this out in a minute or two for you guys. So let's rock and roll. So got the tabs open here. What have we got? So we've got Bitcoin at the moment, and this is our range. Okay, this is what's capping the market to the upside. This is what's capping the market to the downside. And this is also a significant level. What makes them significant? These are taken from the weekly chart, right? And you can see very, very clearly on a weekly chart why they're capping the market. And this one here, as we can see, has significance because support, blew through it here, retested it, came into this region again. And then when we've come through here, we failed to retest this level. The other thing that I have on the chart at the moment is my B Pro for my divergences, okay, which is really important for me. We can see as we go through here, it gives you a rating on the B Pro for a number of different oscillators, I believe around 10 or 11. And then it works out as a percentage how strong that divergence is. And what we can see here is how beautifully it catches these corrective moves in the trend. So while you're in trend, you can use them to wait for the correction, get down to a key level like this inefficiency here, and then look to long. Then when you break structure off of one of them, it gives you a very good indication that you're in for a change of structure. So we have our channel EQ here, which is the midline, all right? And this dotted line coming down here is our 200 MA, all right? So what's interesting for me here is we've got a key level over here. Okay, let me just zoom in on this very quickly for you guys. We've got our bullish divergence. Like Jimmy said, I'm looking for very similar things into a key level of support, which is our channel or our range EQ between these two levels. We can see when we look back how very well respected this has been. Okay, so if we fail to hold this level here, we drop below, we would be looking for a retest. All right, we would want to see a strong move below, yeah? Showing displacement, showing us that the market's ready to move. A retest into this area here, and my feeling is that we catch up with the 200 MA that's going to probably be doing something like this at the time. Okay. Then to look for a little bit more recency for you guys, let me just get rid of this. Then this is what I'm looking at, right? Now I drew this out a little, like literally about an hour ago, and we can see that as we've run this level down here, this, in my opinion, is where we're going to be looking for a reaction. If we're going to be going lower, then I would expect price to travel back to a key area. For me, this is this hourly fair value gap. It gives us an opportunity then on the lower time frames to look for setups to potentially short this lower. We've got key liquidity now below this low, and we've also obviously got the channel EQ below as well, where we believe that there will be stop losses remaining from earlier trades. Okay. If, however, we look to move higher, then this fair value gap can very often use as a support and resistance flip. We would want to see a very quick move through this showing very little resistance, and then we would want to see it used as support. We can then target this area here on the lower time frames, all right, to look for our setup and potential long trades, first of all into the liquidity above these highs, and secondly the hourly order block that's sat up here that we can see how beautifully this order block is capping the upside, right? We set this here, we trend down, we come back into it, more sell pressure, we come into it again, barely touch it, and then have this impulse move away. So that's what I'm looking for on Bitcoin today, guys, and I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, awesome. So this is actually a new format. We try to keep this videos really short, to the point, sweet and short, so we don't waste any of your time. Guys, if you have any questions, you guys know how to find us on Discord or DM me on Twitter. We're always available. Also, don't forget that you can get actually free access to all the calls, but also to educational content through our Bybit link, which is probably somewhere in the description. If you don't see it in the description, tag me and tell me that I'm filming. There was no description, but I'm pretty sure there is some description. Next week, we will come back with another trade review and another outlook. Thank you very much, guys, and talk soon.
Have a great week.